What if a simple old penny hiding in your drawer could make you a millionaire? In this video, we're revealing the top 5 ultra-rare wheat pennies that are worth a fortune, and more importantly, we'll show you exactly what to look for. These coins are out there, and some are still being found by people just like you. Watch till the end, because one of these might be waiting in your pocket right now. Number 1. Could a simple 1-cent coin from over 100 years ago secretly hold a value that could change your life? There's one penny from 1917 that collectors can't stop chasing, and if you spot it in your old change, it might just be the best discovery you've ever made. This isn't just any Lincoln cent. The 1917 wheat penny holds a reputation as one of the most elusive and desired coins in the Lincoln series. On the surface, it may look like an ordinary wheat penny, but underneath lies a story of history, scarcity, and staggering value that still stuns coin experts to this day. Let's rewind the clock to the year 1917. The United States was entering World War I, and millions of Americans were feeling the effects of global conflict. The San Francisco Mint continued to produce coinage to fuel the wartime economy, including this now legendary wheat penny marked with a bold S beneath the date. At the time, no one imagined that this little coin would become a prized possession for future generations. The 1917 wheat penny carries unique features that make it stand apart from other early Lincoln cents. First, it was struck in the iconic bronze composition used before World War II, a blend of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. It showcases the original wheat ears on the reverse and Abraham Lincoln's bust on the front, but the true key is the S mintmark. That tiny letter marks it as a product of the San Francisco Mint, where production numbers were significantly lower than Philadelphia or Denver. This coin's rarity lies not in how many were made, but how few survived in excellent condition. Most 1917 pennies were used hard in daily circulation and worn down beyond recognition. Combine that with the weak striking quality typical of the San Francisco Mint during that era, and you've got a recipe for rarity in high-grade examples. That's why collectors go absolutely wild when a clean, sharp 1917 shows up at auction. Imagine this. You find a wheat penny from 1917 with a strong S under the date, still holding its red-brown luster and full detail across Lincoln's cheek and jacket. If it's been stored safely and shows minimal wear, you may be holding one of the finest surviving examples left in existence. And that's where the market gets intense. Let's talk real money now, the kind that transforms a penny into a prized asset. In a recent auction, a stunning 1917 wheat penny in near mint condition sold for $38,600. And if you think that's incredible, wait until you hear this. One spectacular red specimen, preserved in blazing uncirculated condition, shattered expectations by reaching a record price of $120,000. Yes, one small copper coin that once bought a stick of gum, now worth more than a luxury car. So how can you find one, and what should you look for? First, examine every wheat penny dated 1917. Flip it over and check beneath the date for that all-important S mintmark. Use a magnifier to inspect the coin's surfaces. Is it clean, bright, and free of major scratches? Look for strong detail in Lincoln's hair and coat, and examine the wheat stalks for full lines. If the color leans toward red or red-brown and the strike is sharp, you might be staring at a small fortune. Don't forget, valuable coins often hide in overlooked places. Check old coin folders, inherited collections, estate sales, and antique shops. You'd be amazed how many treasures are lost in old jars and drawers, waiting to be rediscovered. And remember, never clean a coin, no matter how dirty it looks. Cleaning ruins the original surface and destroys its collector value instantly. If you believe you've found a special 1917 wheat penny, the next step is professional grading. Submit your coin to trusted companies like PCGS or NGC. They'll assess the condition, authenticity, and assign it a certified grade that can significantly increase its market value. A coin graded MS65 read by PCGS can command massive attention at auction, and with demand rising every year, these values are only going up. Collectors everywhere are desperately seeking this coin in top grades, and every time one gets locked into a private collection, it becomes even harder to find another. That's why the 1917s isn't just a coin, it's a prize, a symbol of America's past, and a powerful asset in the hands of the right collector. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible journey into one of the most exciting coins in U.S. history, the 1917s wheat penny. If this video gave you value or sparked curiosity, please hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and share your thoughts in the comments. Maybe you've seen this coin before, or maybe it's still out there waiting to be found by someone watching this very video. Could it be you? Number 2. What if a single penny in your old coin jar wasn't just pocket change, but a piece of history hiding a secret that collectors are fighting to uncover? A coin so elusive in top condition that it's making headlines at national auctions. Keep watching, because what we're about to reveal could change how you see every penny in your collection. Tucked away in old drawers, dusty jars, and forgotten boxes might be one of the most underestimated coins in U.S. history, the 1944 wheat penny. It looks like any other Lincoln cent at first glance, but under the surface lies one of the most sought-after treasures in American numismatics. This coin isn't famous for its quantity, but for its condition, rarity, and shocking collector demand. Let's take a trip back to 1944. The world was at war, and the U.S. Mint was under massive pressure to produce coinage despite metal shortages. After the steel cents of 1943, copper was reintroduced into pennies, but not all of them turned out as expected. At the Denver Mint, something fascinating happened during production, and the results would echo across the collector world for decades. The 1944 wheat penny was struck in huge numbers, but the vast majority entered circulation instantly. They were used in everyday life, passed from hand to hand, worn down, scratched, and forgotten. Today, very few remain in pristine, untouched condition, and those that do are like the holy grail to Lincoln cent collectors. The real value lies not just in the date or mintmark, but in preservation, surface quality, and color. Now here's where things get exciting. Some rare 1944 cents were mistakenly struck on leftover steel planchets from the previous year. Others were minted so perfectly that they retained their original blazing red copper color, the kind of glow that serious collectors dream about. These small details are what separate an ordinary penny from a 5 or 6 figure rarity. So how rare is it really? Despite hundreds of millions being minted, only a handful of coins have survived in immaculate, mint state red condition. The difference between a penny worth $1 and one worth 100,000 lies in sharp details, flawless surfaces, and that rich red tone. Coins with scratches, spots, or dull finishes just won't cut it, but those that shine like new, untouched by time, become instant collector legends. Let's finally uncover the value this tiny coin can hold. A 1944 wheat penny graded MS67 red by PCGS sold at a major auction for an incredible $60,930. But even that wasn't the highest. A nearly flawless 1944 example, with deep red luster and pristine detail, reached a record-breaking $128,000 at public auction. That's right, a 1-cent coin, smaller than a paperclip, commanding the price of a house. Now the question is, could you have one? Here's what to look for. First, locate any penny with the date 1944 and check below the date for the DE mintmark, that stands for Denver. Next, examine the coin under a bright light or magnifier. Does it have full red color? Is the strike sharp, with clear lines on Lincoln's coat and the wheat stalks on the reverse? If it looks silver or gray, don't toss it. It might be one of the rare steel planchet errors. Start your hunt in places where old coins gather dust. Check inherited coin collections, antique stores, estate sales, or even bank rolls if you're lucky. You never know when a hidden gem might appear. And always handle coins gently. Use cotton gloves and avoid touching the surfaces with bare hands. Proper storage matters too. Coin flips or certified slabs will protect your find and preserve its value. Collectors worldwide are aggressively pursuing these coins, and the demand keeps climbing. Every time a high-grade 1944 enters a private collection, fewer remain on the open market, and that pushes values even higher. This is the perfect time to start hunting, because with fewer top condition examples out there, the competition is only getting tougher. Thanks a million for watching this deep dive into one of the most surprising and valuable pennies ever minted, the 1944 wheat penny. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, please hit that like button and subscribe for more real auction prices and rare coin discoveries. Got a 1944 in your collection, or have a coin you want help identifying? Drop a comment below. I love hearing your stories and questions, and I respond to as many as I can. Number 3. Have you ever held a coin in your hand and wondered if it was worth a fortune? There's a penny minted over 80 years ago that could be sitting quietly in your collection right now, and if it has just the right features, it could be worth nearly $100,000. Most people overlook it, but true collectors know the 1941 wheat penny could be the hidden gem of a lifetime. This coin was minted at a time of great uncertainty in the world. The year was 1941. The United States was inching closer to entering World War II, and the demand for coinage was growing rapidly. The Denver Mint struck hundreds of millions of Lincoln cents that year, but what no one expected was that a small number of those pennies would become incredibly valuable decades later due to condition, striking quality, and collector interest. The 1941 wheat penny features the classic wheat ears reverse design, with the proud image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. But the real secret lies just under the date, a small but powerful mintmark, which tells you this coin was made in Denver. While that might sound common, the value of this coin explodes when it's preserved in pristine, high-grade condition with original red luster and sharp detail. You see, most 1941 wheat pennies were heavily circulated. They were used to buy groceries, handed out as change, lost in pockets, and worn down by everyday use. Very few were set aside in uncirculated condition, and almost none have survived with full red copper color and flawless surfaces. That's what makes them so desirable today, the rare combination of age, beauty, and near perfection. Collectors are constantly scanning auctions, estate sales, and coin dealers for high-quality 1941 wheat pennies. And when one turns up in mint state red condition, the excitement is off the charts. The stronger the detail in Lincoln's portrait, the cleaner the fields, and the brighter the red tone, the more explosive the bidding becomes. These coins are now recognized as true trophies in any Lincoln cent collection. Now it's time to reveal just how valuable this humble penny can become. One gorgeous 1941 Lincoln wheat penny, graded MS67 red by PCGS, sold at auction for an astonishing $21,000. And in an even more dramatic moment, a nearly flawless specimen with razor-sharp strike and perfect surfaces shattered expectations by reaching an auction price of $98,000. 1 cent, worth more than some brand-new luxury cars. If you're wondering how to find one, let's walk through what to look for. First, focus on the date, 1941, and confirm the mintmark directly under the date. That means it came from the Denver Mint. Next, examine the surface under a bright light or magnifying glass. Look for that bright copper-red color, full luster, and strong definition in Lincoln's face, coat, and the reverse wheat stalks. The field should be smooth and free from scratches or contact marks. That's what collectors crave. Your best chance of finding this coin is in old coin rolls, inherited collections, antique shops, and coin shows. Search any place where vintage coins are stored or sold. You never know when someone may unknowingly part with a high-value treasure for pennies on the dollar. And remember, never clean the coin, no matter how dirty it appears. Cleaning destroys natural luster and kills its value instantly. If you do believe you've found a 1941 wheat penny with investment-level quality, your next step is certification. Have it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. That authentication and numeric grade can unlock its full market value. A coin that looks nice to the eye can suddenly be worth tens of thousands once it's certified and slabbed with a top-tier grade. The 1941 wheat penny may seem like an ordinary piece of pocket change, but in the right condition, it transforms into a collector's masterpiece. As more people discover the value of vintage Lincoln cents, The demand continues to climb and fewer high-grade examples remain available on the open market. This is why the smart collectors are acting now, before prices climb even higher. Thanks a ton for watching this in-depth look at one of America's most surprising and valuable Lincoln cents, the 1941 Wheat penny. If you found this video helpful or exciting, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and drop a comment below if you've come across a 1941 or want help evaluating your coin. Your stories, questions, and finds keep this community growing, and I love hearing from each of you. Number 4. What if I told you that a simple penny with no mintmark from the 1950s could be worth over $60,000 today? You might be holding on to one right now without even knowing it. This coin doesn't scream value at first glance, but for collectors who know what to look for, the 1953 no mintmark wheat penny is a rare and powerful find. Buried in old drawers, coin jars, and forgotten collections, this coin looks just like any other penny from the past. But don't be fooled. Beneath its copper surface lies one of the most desirable Lincoln cents ever struck at the Philadelphia Mint. And the best part? No mintmark doesn't mean ordinary. In this case, it means opportunity. The year 1953 marked a post-war America full of progress and rebuilding. The economy was booming, and the U.S. Mint was producing coins at full force to meet demand. The Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not place a mint mark on its coins, produced the majority of cents that year, and while hundreds of millions were struck, only a microscopic percentage have survived in perfect condition. The 1953 no mintmark wheat penny features the classic wheat reverse, two iconic stalks arching around the words 1 cent, and the front side shows Lincoln's portrait with bold detail. But here's what separates a regular coin from a valuable one: color, condition, and strike quality. The most valuable versions have a bright red luster, sharp lines in Lincoln's coat, and a flawless finish with zero scratches or spots. Now, let's talk about rarity, because rarity is what drives prices into the stratosphere. While it's true that many 1953 pennies were made, very few were carefully preserved. Most went straight into pockets, cash registers, and banks, where they were quickly worn down. The coins that escaped that fate, untouched and uncirculated, are now the ones bringing collectors to the edge of their seats at auction. Imagine this: you pull out a 1953 wheat penny, and it still glows with its original red copper shine. Every line in Lincoln's hair is visible, and the reverse design is crisp and clean. If you're holding something like that, you're not just holding history, you're holding serious money. The kind of money that turns everyday pocket change into a once-in-a-lifetime payday. So what kind of money are we talking about? In recent years, a pristine 1953 no mintmark wheat penny graded MS-66 red sold for $14,000. But it doesn't stop there. A top-tier specimen with stunning detail and full red brilliance shattered expectations at auction when it sold for an incredible $62,000. That's right. A penny with no mintmark breaking the five-figure barrier and changing hands for the price of a brand new vehicle. Now, here's how you can find one of these rare treasures. First, search for 1953 wheat pennies without a mintmark. These were struck in Philadelphia. Examine the coin closely under good lighting or with a magnifying glass. Look for bright red color, clean surfaces, and full detail in Lincoln's features. If the reverse wheat stalks are fully defined and there's no damage, you may be holding a true rarity. Don't forget, old coin rolls, inherited collections, estate boxes, flea markets, and antique shops are some of the best places to hunt. Many people don't realize what they have, especially with common-looking dates like 1953. That's your opportunity, where knowledge becomes power, and your careful eye could uncover a hidden gem. If you think you've found a high-quality 1953 wheat penny with no mintmark, do not clean it. Cleaning instantly reduces value and can even destroy a valuable surface. Instead, handle it gently using gloves or a soft cloth, and store it in a protective coin flip or slab holder. The next step is grading. Send it to PCGS or NGC for authentication and grading, which could confirm its place among the top examples in the world. Collectors around the world are actively searching for this coin, especially those in the higher grades. As more specimens are discovered and submitted for grading, competition heats up and values continue to rise. Every coin that gets locked into a private collection becomes one less available for future buyers, increasing scarcity and driving up demand. Thank you so much for watching this exciting journey into one of America's most surprising coin treasures, the 1953 No Mint Mark wheat penny. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with friends who might have hidden coins in their collection. Drop a comment if you've ever found a 1953 wheat penny or have questions about coin values. I always love hearing from you, and your engagement helps us bring more rare coin stories to light. Number 5. Could a simple 1-cent coin from 1957 really be worth more than $48,000 today? Sounds impossible, right? But this unassuming wheat penny without a mint mark is hiding a jaw-dropping secret, and it might be sitting in your change jar right now. The 1957 wheat penny with no mint mark looks like any other old penny, but for collectors, it's a gold mine in copper clothing. This isn't just about age or appearance. This is about condition, scarcity, and the wild demand from serious collectors chasing perfection. Step back with me into 1957, a time of rock and roll, post-war pride, and rapid growth in America. The Philadelphia Mint struck over 1 billion pennies that year, most of which were spent, pocketed, or damaged beyond collectible condition. But here's the twist. Only a few of these coins survived in flawless, untouched form, and those are the ones that are exploding in value today. This no mint mark 1957 penny was made in Philadelphia, which didn't place a mint mark on its coins. It carries the final version of the beloved wheat reverse, featuring 2 sharply engraved wheat stalks that frame the words, 1 cent, with classic American design. The obverse still honors Abraham Lincoln, just as it had since 1909, but only a rare few examples from 1957 preserve every delicate detail with the original red brilliance. So what makes this coin different? It's not just rarity, it's preservation. Coins that stayed tucked away in original bank rolls, untouched and uncirculated, now sparkle with a fire that collectors crave. The color must be red, not brown. The surface must be clean, not scratched. And the strike must be razor sharp, with Lincoln's jawline, coat, and hair crisply defined. Imagine finding one of these in an old coin collection or inside a forgotten roll passed down through generations. That's exactly how many of these treasures have been discovered, not in museums, but in basements, garages, and dusty storage boxes. Every coin hunter's dream starts with knowledge, and this 1957 penny is one of the most exciting examples of a hidden gem hiding in plain sight. Now, let's talk dollars, because that's what gets hearts racing. One flawless 1957 no mint mark wheat penny graded MS-67 red shocked collectors when it sold for $8,000. But that's not even the peak. An ultra-rare, nearly perfect example hit the auction block and sold for an unbelievable $48,000. All for a single penny that cost almost nothing to make. This isn't fantasy. These are verified prices from major auctions, and they reflect the explosive demand for top-tier wheat pennies. Each time a high-grade specimen is found and certified, it sends ripples through the collector market, creating bidding wars and skyrocketing prices. So how do you know if you've got one? First, grab a magnifying glass and look for a 1957 penny without a mint mark under strong light. Check the color. Bright copper red is what you want. Look for shine, smoothness, and full detail. If the reverse wheat design is sharp and clear, and there's no damage, you might be looking at something special. The best places to search are often overlooked: inside old jars, bank rolls, estate boxes, yard sales, or inherited family collections. Many people don't realize what they have because it's just a penny. But this is where the magic lies. With the right eye and a little patience, you could turn spare change into serious profit. If you suspect you've found a high-grade 1957 wheat penny with no mint mark, don't clean it. Cleaning destroys value instantly. Use gloves, place the coin in a protective flip, and consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Certification gives it real market credibility, and could lead to your coin making headlines at auction. Collectors worldwide are watching these coins closely. As more are found and graded, top examples become harder to obtain, pushing prices even higher. Every certified high-grade piece that enters a private collection is one less for the open market, which means every new discovery brings fresh energy to the hunt. Thank you for joining us on this exciting journey into the hidden world of the 1957 no mint mark wheat penny. If you loved this video and want to see more rare coins revealed, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment if you've ever seen a 1957 penny in your collection or have questions about coin hunting. Your support keeps this channel growing and helps bring more rare treasures to light.